Yonji Jimbo Dodening Mejas on the Molam Jimbo of Jada Bagardan and Santu Hirmado, Tumba Tujijan like Sir. Meditation, people like meditate. Meditation is not just to relax, right? Not just to relax in body and mind. I think meditation is used to transform our thoughts and most importantly our view, so that they are more compassionate and communicate to the ultimate, the reality. Because meditation sometimes confused with other activities, but meditation is a mental activity, because even if our body is perfect position, but if our mind is thinking about objects of attachment, anger, all these kind of negative emotions, then we are not meditating. That happens a lot when you meditate. So the Tibetan meditation is gom. Gom, it means to become familiar with an object. And this object is point we get to know very well by concentrating our thinking on it. So this object could be anything, right? Anything. But most of the time, the mind itself, subject, object, mind itself. Because according to Buddhism, the mind is the root of everything. And Buddhists believe that all our actions are depend on our state of mind. So therefore, the mind itself is the principal object of meditation. Because a mind that is not well controlled is cause a great deal of harm to itself, harm to others, not other activities, mind itself. And opposite of that, like a peaceful mind creates a comfortable atmosphere for itself and others and everyone around. So therefore, meditation concentrating our thinking, our mind is very essential, important, And therefore, meditation also serves to harmonize body and the mind, as well as create a balanced state of inner and outer peace. So meditation is very important. Meditation is very important. So in order to meditate, we pick an object for the meditation that really triggers positive thoughts is our in our mind. Then we will experience a positive change, and our state of mind will become peaceful. Talking about the relationship between mind and object, right? Because the kind of object will directly influence our mind. And if we choose an object that give us negative feelings, our mind will be changed that way too. So it's important to choose a good object so that you can experience a positive change through your meditation with this object. Concentration is very important. It needs object, but that object really important. Don't give us negative feelings. Otherwise, our mind is very changeable. And then we have that habit. Then you develop that habit, strong habit, it will be difficult to change. It takes a long time to change. But if you choose a positive and good object that give you feelings, positive thoughts and habit, and then slowly our mind become changed that way and positive way, you know. So I think it's important to choose a good object for your meditation, because we meditate in order to achieve something positive, right? Not negative, something positive. People say you can choose any kind of object for your meditation. You can, but I think also certain object very negative also. Gives you feeling something not good, and then you create it, then you develop that in your mind. It's difficult to change. So meditation, generally we have two different meditations, right? You meditate through concentration is one, and meditate through analysis is the second one. So we have concentration and analysis, right? So when we practice concentration, we really focus our mind to an object of meditation and are able to stay with it, and then it helps us no distractions because of the concentration. So this is also the basis for analytical meditation, which in order to discover the final and true nature of mind and true nature of phenomena. And this kind of recognition is prerequisite in achieving your enlightenment. Enlightenment is a state beyond human understanding and free from any form of negativity or free from our ignorance. So, enlightenment in that state, every perfect condition is naturally sort of present. Perfect love, perfect compassion, perfect happiness. This is true nature of all human beings. Our enlightenment depends not only the Buddha showing us the way, but more importantly, also our practice, meditation, and follow the rule. Enlightenment does not happen without practice or by practicing the wrong path. So these days many people teach meditation. It's very, very good. But we should, examine them. And because remember Buddha said that not just excitedly sort of jump into something that without understanding. Because some people think that they can create sort of their own way to meditate. So they don't need learn from a qualified teacher. That's not so correct, I think. So if you wish to meditate, you must first receive instructions from a teacher because these instructions have been studied by scholars and practiced by great meditators who have attained results throughout the many decades, many centuries. So that's why you need the instructions from a teacher. You cannot make on your way for your meditation. So in this way, you can establish that the lineage of teachings and meditation practice is suitable. So Buddha gave us a very good rule for our meditation. 3 rules, right? It's very good rule. First, you listen. You have teacher, you listen to the teachings. And then second rule, you develop your good understanding by thinking about the teachings. And then third, then through meditation, you integrate with you have learned. So 2 sam gom means 3 rules. First you hear, then you investigate, and then you meditate. Without hear, your meditation not good. Without examine, meditate not good, because you don't understand very well. Without meditation, just to only hear and analysis, then only intellectual, not good. So three these rules, very important. Because if you have these rules, then you build up a good habit with your belief. Belief is very important, I think, for develop your spiritual path. No belief, you cannot develop your spiritual, life or whatever. So belief is very important, but this belief is come from hearing, investigating, and meditation. So then you develop a very good habit with your belief, with your devotion or belief, and then you can train in yourself in the different steps leading to the experience of a great love, compassion, bodhicitta, and then finally liberation. So that is the meaning and purpose of meditation. Hearing, contemplating, meditation. Otherwise, we cannot control our mind. Only through these three rules we can do that. Meditation is important. People like meditate, but without these three tubsam gumsam, okay, these three rules, your meditation definitely not correct. So generally speaking, we people, the desire for our own happiness, of course, and freedom from suffering, right? Attachment to our side, aversion to other side is the root of all problems, according to Buddhism. As long as we have this strong self-desire exist within us, then all other problems are exist. So generally, attachment develops towards pleasant object. Aversion develops towards unpleasant object. And then with ignorance as the base of both of this, attachment and anger. So that's three negative afflictions or whatever are the root of problems. So the main problem is ignorance. And then we have strong desire, the self-grasping, that's what we call it. That is what we call self-grasping ignorance. Self-grasping ignorance, that is everything, the cause of problem, everything. Self-grasping ignorance. Self-grasping is attachment, is aversion, and then with the ignorance. So the self-grasping is a combination of ever-changing physical and mental force or the energies, which are, remember, divided up to 5 groups or 5 aggregates we have. So the self-grasping creates this world. With a strong self-grasping ignorance, create serious negativities. With a little self-grasping ignorance, little negativities are created. With no self-grasping at all, no negativity is committed, at all. Then we act with nothing but kindness, with ourselves and with others. What? That what we call bodhicitta mind. Understand? So first, in order to develop bodhicitta mind, you have to recognize self-grasping ignorance. Through hearing, investigate, and meditate. And then Bhakti says that no self-grasping mind, no negativities, but we have compassion, we have bodhicitta mind. So generally, self-grasping ignorance has two types, right? Grasping at a self of person, grasping at a self of other phenomena. My, me, I, right? First I exist, and then mine. This is me. This is mine. This is mine. You know, I have strong desire, and then it something happened, then make me suffering. You know, if I have no self-grasping ignorance to this, then no suffering. Is it clear? Okay. So the best antidote for self-grasping ignorance is bodhicitta. That's why I always emphasize, how it is important to develop bodhicitta mind rather than understand or recognize nature mind. This world we create based on three things: ignorance, attachment, anger, ignorance. So, if we don't have a bodhicitta mind, then all our good or bad therefore goes back to this root of self-grasping mind. So, to eliminate self-grasping, we must first develop some positive thoughts, right? Positive thoughts through practice bodhicitta. And if we have some positive thoughts, they can protect us from suffering. And because of they destroy our negative emotions. So the practice meditation, so therefore, can help us how to overcome the cause of our suffering. Not only we will learn about how to diminish our suffering, but also about how to avoid the source of suffering in the future. So therefore, for example, valuable instructions on concentration and analytical meditation, such as the meditation on patience, such as meditation on tolerance, and meditation on impermanence, and meditation on love and compassion, meditation on precious life, human life. These instructions offer logical and analytical to help us eliminate our suffering in the future. Not just meditate. You pick an object and then meditate on that. That's concentration. You develop your concentration. But with analytical meditation is so important, Then you will understand the value of meditation, understand your life and everything. So therefore, we have two different meditations: concentration, analytical meditation. They are not separate. You have to meditate on together, together, and they are related to your life, I think. And these meditation are very much related to our life. Buddhism is a religion. Buddhism is a philosophy. But I think most of all, Buddhism is a way of life, I think, because the purpose of the teaching is to guide us on the road to our enlightenment. Because the Buddha taught that life in this world is what? Unsatisfactory. Because it doesn't offer what we most want, right? We want permanent, we want unchanging happiness, we want harmony, we want comfort, all of this. And we cannot pass beyond the suffering while we are in this world, mentally. This is, why? Because our mind is blinded by desire and unsatisfied. Because of the self-grasping again. Self-grasping. The world itself is not negative, but how we relate to the world is negative. So that's why each of us, individual, we have this responsibility to, in order to see the world is positive. So, it is important for us to practice and what we have learned from our meditation. So you, for example, meditate on bodhicitta, you bring that, your experience into your life. We have these precious opportunities for our practice every day. Human beings have a great potential that can be realized. Each one of us is capable of experiencing of joy, love. The other one is what? Clarity, and openness, open mind. So these experiences are our true nature and our liberation. So we will find great opportunities from this kind of practice, meditation. But when we do this kind of meditation practice, we need to do them very skillfully. Otherwise, we may run the risk of quickly sort of losing joy and enthusiasm in meditation. But the problem is maybe you don't hear the teachings correctly, and maybe you don't analyze the teachings correctly, and maybe you don't put them into your practice correctly, then you will lose your confidence, enthusiasm in your meditation. Then you don't have, that means skillful and good teacher and instructions. So then you can't develop good habit and good experience and can't develop your meditation. Meditation is the process of learn to work skillfully with your mind. And is the process for your inner discovery, progress, so the state of your inner life improves. Inner harmony, clarity, wisdom, bodhicitta, all this come about. Then what will happen? The confused, ignorance or self-grasping ignorance mind is left behind, and then our life become happier, more open, giving and loving, all of that. So that is our liberation, and that is result of our meditation. The good thing is you can see your meditation is correct or good or not. If you develop this kind of experiences, then yes, your meditation is better, correct, more tolerance, more open, more, what do you call it, loving, not only always me. Good way, I think we can develop me. Not good way, like negative, something negative. Selfish is very much negative. True selfishness, right? True selfishness. One is the very negative, right? Don't care, harm others, mentally, physically. The other one is I practice. I want this. I practice so that I can help. That kind of selfish is good. We have to develop that first. I practice bodhicitta. I want liberation so that I can develop my wisdom, my capacity, so that I can help others. So that's kind of selfish, not always bad. The meditation is very important. Today, meditate. Self-awareness by focus on our breath and channels. channels and chakras, according to Buddhism, very important. Tantric Buddhism, especially like Dzogchen meditation, very important. These are amazing. It's not just we visualize. Nothing exists in our body. Not something is there. For example, if you practice like Togor, the crossing direct, the Dzogchen part of the other Dzogchen practice, you meditate on that. Eventually, you can see all these deities and 100 deities and all these things, visions, because we have this insight chakras and channels, so that can provide all these deities, and then eventually they dissolve, like something like that. But that's why I don't want to talk that today. But it's it's something in our body. That's why the channels are actually very important. So breath and channel and this kind of practice, very soon you will make some more sort of discoveries, and you will become aware of many things that you never knew before because of your concentration. And when you become aware of this, there will usually be more, what do you call it, more mindful, right? And awareness, your awareness, mindful and awareness. So if your mind, even though you meditate on this, your mind wanders from the breath, from the visualization channels and whatever, but you will recognize it immediately. So your attention is getting better through this kind of practice. And then also you can letting go your the disturbing thoughts and emotions, and being mindful is being present in a knowing way with whatever is happening. And when you meditate, uh, concentrate on this kind of meditation. And sometimes we meditate and gradually we get lost in a, what do you call it, daydream. Then you are no longer meditating because you do not know what is happening, or you are not focused on your concentration. You are not there. You are not present. If you are watching the breath and your thoughts or emotions, then you are still meditating. Usually we are always thinking. And because of that, most of the time we are experiencing about emotions. So because there is no really mindful and awareness, these two practice, mindful practice and awareness practice, is very good for everybody. So mindful practice is like concentration. Awareness practice is like analytical meditation, I think. Both this combination of this practice really, really can develop our habit, good habit. So mindful, and we pick this time object, our breath, always with us, and then the channels. Okay? So first, you all know, right? Visualize 3 channels. You all know, right? Visualize 3 channels. And then your breath. And visualizing, not really visualizing, but focus your breath in and out with the channels. And it's very nice if you visualize Padmasambhava at your heart center. Visualize a beautiful lotus flower. Padmasambhava sits on it, face that way, like how you face. And then you have these channels. So your center channel, not this time goes all the way to up your aperture, but just at your heart center. And then you have Padmasambhava. And then you breathe in. Your breath sort of reaches and then dissolve, there, heart center, and then dissolve into Guru Rinpoche's, what do you call it, wisdom mind or compassion mind. Then you just relax. That's your concentration. Just to relax, you just focus on that. And then you breathe out. And then you breathe in. And then your breath dissolve into his mind. And then you relax. And then your body needs breathe out, right? So whenever you need just to breathe out, that's meditation. Few minutes, okay? Do you understand? Good. So correct your motivation. Just to remember, we are fortunate, very, very fortunate to have meditation, to have this meditation called Bodhicitta. That's, I always think we're very fortunate to have this kind of meditation in our life. Without bodhicitta meditation, our life is meaningless, no essence. That's for sure. So you have to sort of remember and understand and recognize the value of your bodhicitta, and then you can correct your motivation. So that helps not really sort of, you develop less self-grasping. Whenever you correct your motivation, you are not thinking only yourself. And then your attachment, aversion, ignorance not so strong. You are thinking equanimity. And then slowly your bodhicitta stronger than the selfish, self-grasping. That's why we call antidote. So correct your motivation, and then you can, once you have good motivation, then meditate on awareness, mindfulness, or concentration, analytic, all this. Focus on your breath. Pick your object. Three channels, and more important is your breath. Three channels, once you visualize in your body, three channels, then that's good. That's enough. And focus on your breath. Whenever breathe in and out, we have to focus on. And then more important is relaxation. When breath dissolves into Padmasambhava or your heart, and then you will experience the relaxation or through your mind. So then you focus on that and meditate on that as much as you can. All right? With your visualizations. Om Ahom Banzaranga Pamasada. 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 Om Ahom Banzaranga Pamasada.